In the previous video, we raced the outgoing tide and eventually reached Gary's anchorage on the southwest coast of Fraser Island. We anchored amongst the yachts and set up camp for the night. But deciding what mattress to use was a tough decision. Surely the thicker mattress will be more comfortable, right? Well, I'll try both of them out and let you know which one I preferred in a future video. The following morning was much cooler and a strong breeze was blowing. Certainly not ideal conditions, but I really wanted to explore the area and hopefully locate a mysterious object I had seen on satellite images. Situated about 20 kilometers from my campsite was what appeared to be a shipwreck of some kind, measuring over 40 meters in length. And even more intriguing was another object close by, seemingly another large vessel, but hidden up a narrow creek. So all rugged up, I headed off to find the wrecks. After leaving the sheltered anchorage, the main channel was rough and choppy. Riding with bare hands in the middle of winter can often be bitterly cold, so I'll often wear gloves to keep warm. But if the gloves get wet, they can actually make things much worse. So I've been recommended to wear latex gloves under my normal riding gloves. Being waterproof, they apparently keep your hands both dry and warm. Looking into the glaring sun, it was difficult to spot the channel markers, so I relied upon my GPS for direction. The biggest problem with wearing gloves in this situation is using your touchscreen, so I often have to remove the gloves while navigating. I eventually reached an area where the wind and current had eroded the beach back to a steep cliff. Much of the vegetation had become undermined and collapsed into the water below, so I didn't want to get too close and risk hitting a submerged tree. A little further along, I spotted the remnants of the Ungowa Jetty, which was previously the main access point to the island. It wasn't the shipwreck I was searching for, but I was definitely in the right area. Continued a little further on, and there it was. It was rusted and broken up, so I'm guessing it had been abandoned many years ago. Perhaps during the island's sand mining or logging era. find the other shipwreck in the nearby creek. The water was extremely shallow as I approached. There were large timber piers at the entrance to the creek, possibly from an old timber wharf, and further up I could see the rusted remains of the second shipwreck. Even by jet ski standards, the creek was relatively narrow and extremely shallow, barely knee-deep in many sections. How such a large vessel managed to get stuck this far up the creek is beyond me. If you know any of the history of this area or the abandoned boats, let us know in a comment below. Well, I would have loved to stay longer, but with the tide dropping, I didn't want to become the third abandoned wreck in the area, so I headed back to camp. Join me next week as we further explore Gary's anchorage before crossing back to the mainland. Thanks for watching, hang in there, and I'll see you next time.